Now that the one good thing is the kids went out there and they didn't quit. They went out there and they kept on playing, and we got it to 8 and we got it to 7, and it's still what was about 8 minutes ago, and or 4 minutes ago, and we got a shot, and then we give up the kickoff return, which is it's about the story of the night there. Couldn't run the ball. When you become one-dimensional like this, you're not going to win too many games, and we got a lot of work to do. All our front guys, and it's just not them. With our tight ends, they didn't block very well, and when you become like this, it's hard. I mean, it's just hard. You're playing guys, those 4 wideouts. I mean, those guys, I don't know how many plays they got, but it got to a point where you just got to put them out there, and they're exhausted. I mean, they're guys that they played hard, and it's not much to say. We got a lot of work to do. I thought, we spent so much time in the spring to running it, and then we go into fall and try to run it, and it's not going very well. You think it's like here and there, but when you can't get a second and one and a third and one. That's a little discouraging, especially when you got that good field position there. And then, we go down there and we get a block punt. We got a chance right there, and we don't capitalize there. Fortunately, we got the one right before half, and then we thought we had something at halftime. We come out and we give up a sack fumble in the first play. It just turns around and gives them points right off the bat.
Can you assess Alex's performance? Obviously, statistically, it was a big night, but there were a lot of giveaways, and how much of that was him? And I mean, he kind of came back to play like a sophomore.
Well, the one sack, okay, in the beginning of the second half, that's not his fault. I mean, that kid has no chance on that one. The first one was, he needs to make a better decision there. The turnovers, the intercepts. A couple of them. But again, I mean, you're going to ask a sophomore, to go in there and throw 64 times. Because you can't run the ball. I mean, that's hard. That's a lot on that kid's shoulder. And to his credit, he went out there and he fought the whole time. Never got down. Just kept on going. The 2 of the intercepts. The one. The guy's dog tired. I mean, the guy came in because he's got to drop back so much. We didn't give him any help in there. And then I don't know how many sacks they got, but 7. Yeah, there you go. That's a lot part of it too. And again, you're the lost yardage plays, run game wise. I mean, we gave ourselves no chance there, and and even if you don't turn the ball over, okay, you can kind of work through it, in the first half. But then you're behind 21-0. Then it becomes a throwing contest, and we still got there. I mean, we fought to get to the spot where a touchdown down, feeling half decent about it, and then we give that kickoff return back.
What do you think the answer is in the running game? And you got obviously 2 weeks to kind of figure it out now.
I don't know. It's when you practice all. I mean, we practice. We ran the ball more in spring and in fall than we've ever run it, and I don't know. I can't tell you. I mean, I'm gonna have to go back and watch the tape. It's just some of it's just off the edge. We're not getting any movement by a couple of our one of our positions. We're not getting any movement, and we're not breaking anything. So you go back and you analyze everything there. But we got it. I mean, the only time we ran the ball successfully is when we formationed them, okay, and got them. But that works like once or twice, and all of a sudden, they figure that out. You put the formation in the boundary, and they see it, after twice, and they understand. They got players too over there. But when you just want to run right at it, it's just not it's not going very well.
Last week you had talked about how they had sort of manhandled Ohio's line. Do you think that they did the same thing to you?
Oh yeah. There's no doubt. I mean, there's just they played a good football. They played great football up front. They were better than we were up front. I mean, anybody saw it. I mean, can't sugarcoat that. I mean, it's we just got to be honest with ourselves.
Do you see yourself replacing anyone on the offensive line or changing of running backs to help? increase the running game?
And we don't have much choices. You know, it just those guys are supposed to be older, all right, and they're supposed to they're supposed to go out there and play a lot better than what they're playing right now. But it's not only them now, because there's the tight end gave up a couple. Okay, the couple that the third shorts. I mean, so it's just not those guys, all right. And when you throw 64 times, I mean, you're going to get some sacks. And maybe some of them, okay, we didn't get rid of. Should have got rid of the ball. I know on one of them, but which is, contrary to belief, all right, the one game doesn't screw up your whole season. We still got a lot of football to go, and there's a lot of fight in that locker room. We'll get that thing done.
As you said, though, it really puts you in the hole in the West because now they're 2-0 with the tiebreaker.
Yeah, and if they go undefeated, hey, I'll go over there and I'll go over there and congratulate them. But you got to go out there and you got to go play the rest of them, and we got to do that. I just the encouraging thing, defensively. I mean, we gave up 268 yards. When you look at it, they got a 73-yarder and a 50-yarder. The 73-yarder, okay, is more of a a rub type thing, okay, and they got us on that one, and and then the other one was by I think it was by Page, but I don't know if they even got any points out of that thing. So I thought they it's not fair. Somebody's going to look at 37 and say the defense played pretty bad. That didn't happen. That's a kickoff return that happened, and there was really about 14 points over there on the offense, and we put them in good, bad shape.
Coach, you talk about Ansel Ponder's game tonight, kind of somewhat of a breakout night for him.
Yeah, he's playing. I thought last week he played pretty well, and I think he's playing. But again, I mean, it's just you can't ask these kids, these four wideouts, to keep playing like this. I mean, it's inexcusable. I mean, when you can't, we got to get some play out of some other guys, and we're not getting it. And then it's just it's got to change. We got 2 weeks to get it fixed, and and we got to get it fixed, and we will get it fixed.
When you say that, you mean the wideouts too down the depth chart from those four, or
no,
specifically talking the running game?
No, up front. I mean, up front. And again, this isn't. It's the running game. I mean, that's the whole issue right now. It's just. I mean, it's non-existent. It's almost like you sit out there, and you're just hoping you get 2 yards at times, and it's just. And then when you got second and 1 and third and 1, well, pretty good field position, and you don't get it. I mean, that's 1 yard. I mean, all you need is 2 plays, and we can't get 1 yard.
Is some of what's kind of frustrating and a little bit surprising is that, I mean, Aaron Winchester's had success in his career here at times. Some of those guys blocked for him, and it's some of the same personnel that's had success at different points.
Is it what? I'm sorry.
It's some of the same personnel that's had success at different points. Does that make it more perplexing?
Yeah, it really does. I mean, it's and then all the effort you put into it, and it's just I mean, at this point, I mean, you just gotta, and you can't get the formation wise. Sometimes you take your best players, and and then we're not just. We're not real strong at attack at our tight end right now. No matter who we put in there, it doesn't make a bit of difference. And then up front, so we gotta get better. Okay, there's it's not personnel changes. It's not. It's just a want to that they got to go out there and they got to go out there and they got to get better. I'll get it better.
How do you do that?
Huh?
How do you do that?
Work. The only way I know how to do it, you work, and then you just get after it, and it's got to be coaching wise, I think we got to be a little bit tougher on those, and and stop accepting just mediocrity.
All right, thank you.